here we are again. Now, the last episode was a bit short, and the reason for that was there was something coming up that I knew was going to come up, but I wanted to at least get some content out for that moment, because when you have dead air or dead time, you just want to fill it with, something productive. And I felt like making at least a shorter video was at least somewhat productive, so I went with that. Now, what we were gonna work is we're gonna try to finish at least the hydrogen part on this side. And then we're gonna think about where we're gonna put all the extra components. I'm thinking small reactors, maybe an extra tank for hydrogen, because this one has 750 liters. But all these small ones over here have at least 120 liters. So just adding some of them might already increase the time that you can fly with this for quite a while. Then we're going to think about how to place all the small conveyors, and I'm thinking about maybe a singular line down the bottom, which would attach the cockpit all the way to the back to this, and we're just going to make that one singular line, and we're going to use that to branch off to other things, including the medium cargo container here. Yes. Then for now, let's see, how do we attach this one? We had one block away from the thruster, so let's get cracking. Wait, no, I need small conveyor. Where is my small conveyor? There it is. I need interior plates. Oh. There we go. Let's make it nice then, just to make sure that it's attached in the right alignment. Sure. Let's see, did I touch it all? Yes. So we're gonna need another row above it. Now I just hope that my character is actually strong enough to lift this entire thing up. We're gonna figure that out right now. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put some guidance blocks here. We're gonna put these here just so they don't shift off of this side, because it is a little bit crooked right now. Can I lift this? Not particularly, no. So I'm not strong enough to lift this, I can only move it. If I move off one, can I then lift it? I can. Now it's just, can I align it is the question. Let's get on top of there. I'll lift it from this part here. See if I can grab it down there. And damn. It's a problem of standing on blocks that my character doesn't support my character as well. You just can't lift as much as you normally could. Do you even lift, bro? Why don't you fit? That's not nice. Alright, let's do it like this then. Let me dump my hydrogen tanks real quick. Because they take up quite a lot of space in my inventory. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to grab the item still. You dummy! Here we go. Back. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Oh, a little bit up. There. Second try. What about now? There we go. Okay. We're gonna do the same with this set. Shift it over a little bit so it's in the right orientation. Lift it up like I'm the strongest person alive. Oh. Good. Now, down, one up. Move it a little bit. Don't. Thank you. Move it a little bit is not throw it on the floor. I don't know why my character thinks that's what I wanted, but alright. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now comes the difficult question. Where am I gonna attach block to? I'm just gonna do it like this. Alright, that works, I guess. Alright, that should be it. Come on. A little more to the sides. There we go. And the last one on the sides. Wow. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I thought I was just epic there for a second. And then it all went downhill fast. Gamma. Bastard bitch. Gamma. I swear this is the hardest part about building this way. Ooh. You lovely. Alright, let's this one first. This one doesn't work. I have to orient it a little bit. Is that already enough? That was already enough. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Move it a little bit. Yes. That was at least the side panels, or the side thrusters. Then we're gonna do this one. Now this one's gonna be a little bit tough, but last time I had a little bit of a solution for it. And the way it's gonna perhaps work, I'm gonna place it first. So let's get a singular one. Here's one. I'm gonna put it upside down. Then we're gonna put it up here. Hopefully still upside down. Hopefully still upside down. I said... Hopefully still upside... Okay. More guidance blocks. Shimmy it in. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Alright. Good. Then we're gonna do it like this. And now comes the hard part. Lift it a little bit up like this. That was a lot less difficult than I expected. Okay. Now, let's see if I indeed did everything correct so far. Yes. Now we just have to get 4 more on top of there. That's 1. This one's still attached. Not anymore. This one's still attached. Nope, it is not. It is. That's yeet. Yeet. This is just a small conveyor. And this one. These at the top are usually the easiest, but watch me fail this like 17 times in a row. Because I am me. Just place some big blocks, just so I don't have to walk around every time. Alright, let's put the first one up. One there. One there. Move it a little bit. Oh, okay, sure. Next. Boop. I'll move the other ones up there already as well. Let's just put them up. Yep. One there. One there. Shimmy it. For some reason, it always needs a little bit of movement before the welding blocks start activating. Doesn't even have to be registered movements. I've had it with big blocks before, where you do need to shimmy it a little bit, but it's such a small movement that it is not even visible, but just the act of it being tried to move, like there's a force enacting on it, updates the merge blocks and they will attach. At least that's what I've encountered so far. Let's get a little bit of, look at that little bonfire there in the distance. Also have to check that, I think it's that thing over there to the right that I was referring to in the last video. I don't think I've even shown it. So this was a vehicle that I found, I think it was at the end of 2 episodes ago. And let me just take these off because this is the thing that I need. Okay. These little atmospheric thrusters here are gonna be lifesavers. These boys are gonna help me at least move around. Now, maybe in the beginning this vehicle is going to be very heavy and it's not going to be very easy to move around. What I hope will happen is that we'll find with this vehicle more atmospheric thrusters that we can attach again to the ship and make the ship a little bit better, faster, stronger, whatever you want to call it. I haven't really set it up as a modular vehicle, like a lot of space to add stuff, but a lot of our vehicles are gonna look like that. Just not vehicles that look modular, but are just gonna be rinky-dink ships attached to each other. As the great poet Victor from League of Legends once said, function over form. It's gonna be me. There we go. Alright. That was all the upwards, sidewards, and downwards hydrogen thrusters. We have a backwards hydrogen thruster. We just don't have any frontward facing hydrogen thrusters. That is the next step we're gonna focus on. Because we're gonna put those probably a little bit here near the front, maybe at the bottom side. So let's focus on the second part of this entire operation, which is gonna be the large conveyor from front to back. So, as you can see, we have here a conveyor junction. We're gonna attach another of these, I think. No, wait. I can actually do this even better. We are gonna attach a connector here. I think even originally there wasn't a connector here, but it wasn't sure yet if that was also the connector we were gonna use. But I think now I know that I'm going to be able to use this location. Then we're gonna place a conveyor from all the way in the back to all the way in the front. These blocks were originally guidance blocks that can be removed. Watch the entire ship crumble the moment I do that. We're gonna move the conveyor from this part all the way to the front. There we go. Now let's see if I can make all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just dump some components into them. Yep. Let's just get the components. Boop. This is gonna be the veins of the ship. I'm unsure yet if we're gonna use this vehicle for a lot of stuff. Sites of hauling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this ship is going to be mostly the early moving ship, the hauling ship. Maybe even the exploration ship as well. Because it's double as fast as the rover. It doesn't carry as much as the rover. There we go. Now we have a connected back to front. This means that we have now attached at least this hydrogen tank to the main set of pipes, and these hydrogen thrusters are connected to the sides of the hydrogen tank. They're connected to one of these entrances on the sides. So those are supplied with hydrogen now. Next up, we're gonna think about all the components that are gonna be in this middle area. And I think what we're gonna start with is try to add hydrogen tanks to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach them to this one. So this area here, this large area here, I think I'm going to try to fit 6 hydrogen containers. 2, 3, 4. That's just all of them. Alright. Oh no, there's one extra. 5, 6. There was one left that I had. This is all from the vehicle that I stripped off camera. It was the broken hydro miner, I believe. Okay, is my FPS dipping? I have the feeling my FPS is dipping. Usually that's an indicator that my processor is running at max speed. Please don't. I kinda don't want to go through the entire debacle of a video not recording correctly again. There we go. Beautiful. Let's attach them with the top side. Now comes the hard part though, trying to fit all these in next to one another. Move it a little bit. That's a large bit. Come on. There we go. Now I can do it in multiple ways. Because it's easier to fit smaller items in the middle of these items. So what I can do is just make a line of three on this side, and then put all the important bits in the middle here. Where this O2H2 generator is connected with the small conveyor blocks, so we don't really need that to be attached to anything. So we are probably just gonna mask it with all sorts of other blocks. Oh, alright, that was easy attach. I'll try it once to see if I can fit one of these inside there. If not, then I'm just gonna try to fit 1x1s in the middle, or 1x2s instead of 2x2s. Because this is, again, if you've seen in a video from like a few episodes ago, when I tried to fit this battery in this section, oh, that was pain. That was just pure pain. And it looks like this is gonna be pure pain as well if I try to do this. Yeah, this does not bode well. But I don't think I can place these because hydrogen. Lab hydrogen tank and lab small hydrogen tank, but I don't have the field work. Oh, it's a new DLC. Yeah, screw that. Oh. Alright. That is a good one. So this is doable. Nice, and I can make this very sleek. Now attach. Thank you. Let's try this again, and then put 3 more over here. So I wonder now, if I type in fieldwork, do I get... No, I don't get all of them. Do I get add fieldwork? No. And I wonder what blocks are all new. Lab experiment B, C, A. Okay. If it is an interesting DLC, I might... ooh, this one just gives 7 extra new blocks. Floor center. Floors of corridors, hangars, and platforms. That might be interesting in the future. Lab small oxygen tank, hydrogen tank, O2H2 generator. Ooh, these look all quite nice, it seems. I might. I'll check on that in after this episode. I'll see how that looks and what the price is. If the price is like most of the DLC from this game, only affordable when you wait until there's like a sale, then I will not buy it immediately. I mean, it's probably just out, so I don't think it's gonna be cheap, but we'll see. If I have to bet something on it, I think that the sales for Space Engineers 2 are not going so well yet, so he is trying to get more money by selling more DLC for the first game. I mean, I understand it. Building games is not cheap, especially if it's your income. Your life depends on it, and the life of all your employees depends on it. But I am not a rich man. I only do this for fun. I still teach for a living, so it's
Energy low.
oh, here's my energy low. Oh. I really need a large medical station. That stuff just immediately replenishes all your energy. Now I just have to wait here. Like a little moron. Just sitting here like you're just doing nothing. There we go. And the question is it better to do it like the one I did before? I mean, the one I did before worked, so I'd rather just do that. There's a little bit of space here. There's a little bit of space here. That will make it easier. Alright, let's just do it like that then. Let's attach this one first. And hope that I am right. But I won't give myself that as easily. So let's see how this stacks up. Don't kaboom. And I can't infinitely play this game today either for videos. Because I have to keep up my gym schedule. I really enjoy going to the gym in general, working on my body. So I can't really skip that. Alright. I can even put 3 more here. That would be interesting. But is it useful? I'd rather put like something like a battery pack down there. If I just put in there 6 batteries and then let the wires here, oh, that's not what I wanted. And then just let the wires here connect over to this side. If I could just dump this full with batteries. I'd rather have that. Right, let's can disconnect that. Let's get some batteries up there. At least get 6 for now. These are attached. I'm not sure if having them 2x2 or 2x1s is gonna make this easier, but it will at least be, the first 2 will be easier, so I'm just gonna do it like that for now. Boop. Boop. Beep. Does orientation matter? Let's just try to orientate them in the same way. And if I can't attach the last few, then I'll just do them separate. They're not attached correctly anyway if I want to orientate them all in the same way. Let's just first try this. Get some batteries on there. Move them slightly. Good. 2 batteries attached. Let's... I will not do anything about the settings for the batteries. I just remembered that if there's probably going to be so many batteries on this thing and so many gyroscopes that I have to all put them on groups anyway. So I'd rather just do that at the end when I have all of them selected at once. And then I only have to change it once. Yeah, you're shimmying down. Nice, nice. Yes. Right, so at least that works. Now the question is, can I do that again, but now with an extra range of motion stopped? I think I'm just gonna do this one by one. This is probably gonna be very annoying if I don't. Just don't. Ooh. Look at that, I just rammed it in there. Just ran at it and just didn't give a damn. That's one. Good. Next. This is gonna be the toughest one probably. If I could just get this to work, that would be lovely. Okay. Okay, that was impressive. Doing a somersault like that. Come on. What if I just already attached the welding block to the top? So if I just attach the welding block to the top like this, maybe then I have a little bit more leverage to make it go upright. Corrosive. Alright, just a little bit more upright. Still annoying though. I swear, large grit is so much easier to put into place when you have the right tools for it compared to small grit. You got the park cranes all working correctly. Come on, come on. Gosh dingle darn. Almost there. Why is this so difficult? Just go in! Frustration factor increasing. Patience wearing thin. What? Why? I only had to push it slightly down and then it was done, but no, then it was just like, I'm gonna do a somersault. You motherfucker! Go in there. What? Okay. 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 Oh yes! Don't blow up or anything. Just stay in the position right there. And then. Oh my god! Look at that. So good. All right. Tough, tough. Yeah, that was not gonna be doable with two attached to one. Okay, okay. The center of the ship seems to become much better now. I think what we're gonna do on this part is I'm gonna put, I think, 2 reactors on both sides, just so we have some backup power in case of an emergency. We're gonna leave those out pretty much at any times. But if we ever get to a point where we don't have enough power to get back home, I'm just going to have these little reactors with a little bit of uranium at all times in the ship. This one's slightly broken. This one is fully repaired. Oop. And there should be another one somewhere. This one. Let's see, are they all repaired? I didn't even check that. Only checked one. Yes. Now the thing with these ones is that you can attach them on the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach them first to the sides. And then I'm going to put conveyor in the middle, because then I won't have the issue of having to attach them again. And if I ever need some uranium, I'll just have to hook this thing up and should be fine. Alright. Now let's see if I can get these to fit. Nice. As you can see, if I lay now a conveyor through there, it will be attached to all the hydrogen tanks, and it will be attached to the small reactors. Oh, that was a large lag spike. Let's check that out in a bit. Which direction? Again over there? That's where the last one was. Alright, interesting. Well, it was a big loading, so once I'm done building most of the internals for this, I will check that out just to see what it is, and maybe I'll end it as a cliffhanger for the next episode. You know, you will never know. Well, I mean, you would know if you skip through the video, but that's fine. If a video is an hour long, I can completely understand skipping videos, or at least skipping through videos. And I don't mind. It is what you get for not having edited content. Whoop. Good. Good. That went fast. That went fast. Let's attach this one. Now, I don't mind too much about the orientation of these. Because the outside is all the same. It's just the underside that is going to be attached that has a little bit of a different look. That I don't mind too much. And good. Now, let's put the conveyor in the middle. That was not the correct tab. Look at that. Now let's hit it with the paint job. I'm gonna remove some of these blocks down here, but it's fine. Color these blocks. And that is for at least a large majority already the inside of the ship. There's only a few things that really have to be attached still. Let's see. We have to still attach some hydrogen thrusters forwards. We need some forwards thrust. So probably here on the underside we're going to attach some of those, and then we're going to attach the atmospheric thrusters in the top. Battery wise, I think I might install a few more small batteries here, and then we'll attach this over on this top side here, and then we're going to think about where we're going to put all the thrusters. So those are the battery parts still. So that's 3 batteries. No speaking English, bro. It's gonna be 6 batteries in total. Okay. Battery. And indeed, we still have the issue of all the gyroscopes, where they're gonna be. I think I am indeed gonna put a lot on the batteries that are gonna be in the top, but we're gonna focus on that in a bit. Okay, all attached. Woo. Put all of these little nuggets on the top. Ooh. A little bit more distance. Okay, none of them fell off. Okay. Look at those hydrogen thrusters, or those atmospheric thrusters. Let's color them so we really have a little bit of an idea how they're gonna look. Good stuff. Good stuff. I really think it looks a bit like a Lego plane, but I think I like it that way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put these batteries to the sides, and then we're gonna put the conveyor through. And what we're gonna do later on is we're gonna put gyroscopes on top of all of these batteries. Let's see if, yep, I still have all the components for them. That's one. Okay, second. One, two. One, two. Good. That was so smooth. How long I fought with that first battery and how quickly that one went in. Okay. Next up, extra battery. I think it might be better from that angle because I think it's easier to attach them closer to the hydrogen tank than I would close to the reactors. Okay. Oh, that attached by itself. Good. Ah, it fell. Oh. That was a large lag spike. I thought that was going to be the MES wreckage mod pop-up going to be in the bottom, but no. Damn, that was this game is sure stable, bro. Okay. Let's move it a little bit closer. Good. Last one. Okay. God, let's orient it correctly. You bastard! God, I wanted to look a little bit okay as well. I don't have OCD, but when you're doing this and it just looks like a hodgepodge, then it just doesn't look organized. A little bit of organization is okay. Okay, and let's push it in. And that's it. Now let's put the connectors. Okay. Let's save. Let's go. All components were successfully withdrawn. last bits of connectors, and then everything here in the top should be connected. In worst case scenario, what we can do is also build some hydrogen thrusters up here, facing this way. And then we're gonna make some at the bottom, facing this way. And then we'll have our forwards thrust. That's actually not too bad of an idea, really. I would just have to make sure that this entire column is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's just. Whee! Boop. It's pretty cheap to make these conveyors. It's just the motors that were the issue before. But now that we have this base up and running, and we can mine nickel, motors aren't the issue anymore. Good. We could put like 3 hydrogen thrusters here, and then we'll put 2 atmospheric thrusters next to them. Will they hit this? No, this is the edge. So if I put one up top of it, it will not hit any structure faced behind it. Okay. Let's place then them up to here, and then aim them off the battery, and then I'll make it a little bit more flush with the cockpit top. Okay. Let's get components for 3 more. I should activate the batteries now, though, because then I can at least get them to charge. I think that they're all full of charge. I will check real quick, otherwise it's not much of an issue. Power off. It's all... They're all powered off, right? Let me... Oop. That might have been the single most stupid shit I have ever done in my life. I pressed P. I am very glad nothing blew up. I am a silly man. Nothing break. Landed on the connector. Didn't break anything. Whew, alright. That was stupid. I will not be able to fly it in a way that I can realign it. I would really have to attach all of the Atmo thrusters on it before I can do that. So let's do that as well. So for that I do need some guidance blocks down here. So I'm gonna need this. Oh, that was a... So... Okay, then we're gonna need 2 more of these. I'm just gonna continue like nothing happened, you know? Like I didn't just almost ruin like almost like 2 to 3 hours worth of building and gathering components, and you know, I'm just continuing like nothing happened. Meanwhile, my heart rate. Alright, let's see. There's one. What else? Ooh, here's 2. Let's just do the 2. One of these. Okay. Well, it's fine. We were getting close to the point where we can attach the Atmo thrusters and fly this thing into a better position. So it's not the end of the world. Go. Getting a little bit better at it. It's quite windy here today. And if I have to... ooh, it's very dusty as well. Like some Sahara sands blew over to our country or something like that. Okay. Yep. Alright, so now we have some hydrogen thrusters facing this way. I am going to... I might actually keep these blocks. Are those still attached to anything? I don't think they are. I think they came down here. I think they did. They just attached to this conveyor junction. Do I need them, is the question. I mean, I can put some hydrogen thrusters just almost for show on this part, just so it looks a little bit nicer. I'm just gonna put these little flaps away though. Don't really care for those. I do like the structure of it so far though. Looks very beefy. And underneath here I'm gonna put some grabbers. Probably some in the back, and like one in the back and two in the front, like on these sides. And I'm gonna use those as well for lifting. I just have to really think about not using the connectors for parking. Let's just immediately turn that off for both of these. Because otherwise the same issue might arise. If I can set... I mean, it does have hydrogen. So technically, with all of the parts that I have, with the hydrogen thrusters, I can already fly this thing. So let me see if I can set this up. Let's just remove everything for now. Remove from toolbar, remove from toolbar, remove from toolbar. Okay, so group-wise, for now, what we want to do is we want to set what? Terminal is not connected to ship? Oh, I was not sitting in the ship. Smart. Let's remove all these groups. We'll make some new groups. Okay, now, thruster. Let's get all hydrogen thrusters. None of the forward ones are shown here. Where's the large one? Why is the large one not showing up? What is it called? Large hydrogen thruster. Why is that not showing up on this list? Plus the hydrogen thrusters we should have should be 1632 in total. Are there hidden ones? There are hidden ones. Alright, first off then, let's connect all of these, and let's just show all blocks in terminal for now. Now, this one, and this one are the backwards thrusters. We're gonna have more later, but for now let's just group all these together as all hydrogen thrusters. Then what we're gonna do is go to thrusts. And we're gonna go to the large atmospheric thrusters. We call these Atmo thrusters. We're gonna include all of them except for, we're gonna make separate groups for the forward-facing ones. And why, we're gonna do that later. Then we have saved this as a group. We're gonna go to the batteries. Is this all of them? This should be all of them. We will call this group battery. Then we're gonna turn it off and on again. Charge mode automatic. Some of the batteries are still with power, it seems. We have 9 days of power, but we have no hydrogen. Now that's gonna be a tough one. To do literally anything, I'm gonna quickly hook up some gyros. Maybe with the power of gyros alone, we might already be able to fly this ship in its corresponding location. So first off, what we're gonna do is gather 6 gyroscopes. We're gonna have more of them later, but I just want to reattach it again to the connector. Okay. This is 4. This is 5. One more. Do we have one over here? Yep, a pink one. Ah, it's from the other ship that I ripped apart. Alright, let's just good. Then we're gonna attach some welding pads. Construction comps. Alright, let's just grab a whole bunch of components for the welding pads. Okay. The good thing though about these gyroscopes is gonna be that I'm going to attach these just downwards, which makes attaching gyroscopes with this build restriction quite a lot easier. Okay. Well, let's attach some gyroscopes, I guess. It fell to the ground. Well, let's make these welding pads first, and I'll just walk them up one by one. Gyroscopes are always uniquely awful when it comes to attaching them with this build mode. Just because they move all over the place, they always float in a very distinct manner. One that is the reason why I am building them on top of the ship and not anywhere else. But for some reason they always try to align them like this. They don't want to sit right up. I want to orientate them correctly as well, which is the hardest part. I want to move them like this. Yes, so like this, the shape like this is in the lengthwise of the ship. I don't know why, but I just think that looks neat. Okay. All the gyroscopes at least on. Okay. Let's see if I can get this orientated correctly. Ooh. Work with me, damn it. That's indeed how I want you to position. See, like it tries to turn sideways. Very weird. Okay, that's 2. Now, I've had it once before where a gyroscope was set to turn around. I know why it happened. I know why I never take those gyroscopes anymore. They are sometimes from those messages that you get when like a little thing is dropping down from the top, and it has like some components. That, there's a version of that one that wants to roll away from you. Now I managed to find one of these and stop it before, and I needed a gyroscope all the way at the start of the game. So I was like, well, I need a gyroscope, so I took it off of it, attached it to my vehicle, and the moment I attached it to my vehicle, it just started rolling away. The whole vehicle. It started blowing up, it started to break apart, my survival kit was broken, so I had to restart. It was quite a sad day that day. Oh, it did fall down. I think I could just easier grab them just like this and just let them fall a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think I started on a green planet back when I tried that. It was an interesting start on that green planet because it was harder to navigate this planet, of course. This is just ice sheets. But I noticed that I didn't feel like I had a thing to work towards. Now, my headcanon might be at some point I am going to do Satisfactory. It is a game that I've played before when it was in like beta or alpha, and the 1.0 release happened not too long ago. I want to try that game out as well, and I want to make videos off of it as well. And one of the things that I might do as like my headcanon is when I get off of this planet and I fly to the green planet, that when I land my plane on that other planet is going to be canonically when the Satisfactory engineer lands on the other planet. So it's like the same character. I don't know how that's gonna work out because one's a crash landing and one's like a good landing. Maybe I'll just crash land the plane. I don't know, but at least that's where my headcanon is with this point. Let's see. I still have to attach some of the other. I at least, if I want to make this doable, I will have to have some backwards thrust with the batteries, and I will have some left and right thrust with the atmospheric thrusters. The backwards ones can be here. Question is, how am I going to attach them? Maybe like right here. Yeah, that might be an interesting one. Let's just get the square ones and aim those backwards. Okay. Let's just put a one on there. And yeah, that seems like it would be interesting. Don't move the ship too much. We need this little shippy ship. Okay, that's one. Let's attach the second one. Let's see if, as like at least a task for this episode ending. If we can hook this fallen ship back to the connector again. I would already be happy if I can fly this plane in such a way that it will be attached to that again. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Just, why are you doing this? You're not making any sense. Is it because I'm standing on the plane while I'm carrying it? Is that the whole thing? I guess it is. Can you just attach to it? Just stop spazzing out and just... How is this not attached? Is there something in the way? No, it doesn't look like it. What? Okay. Round 2. We're so close. I don't understand how this is not attaching. But they're literally 1-to-1. Is there something connected to the bottom of this? No. Is something connected to the sides of this? No. Is it this block? No, because that block is also connected to there. I truly have no explanation why it doesn't want to connect. Like, I actually have no explanation for it. But sure, if we're gonna play this game, then we're just gonna play the game of like, are you gonna attach it with duct tape or are you gonna attach it just soldering it to it? We're gonna just solder it to it. I don't want to spend all my time just see. Okay, see? Oh, it's better. Now the question is, if we attach Atmo thrusters. Wait, we have Atmo thruster all and Atmo thrusters. Why do we have those groups? This is not correct. This is correct. So this group has to go. Thrust all. No. Alright. Atmo thrusters. That's the one we need. We set Atmo thrusters to 2. Let's just set it to 2. We set batteries to recharge on or off. We set all hydrogen thrusters to on. I don't think the hydrogen thrusters will do much since I have no hydrogen. Since I have not attached it to the ship in a way that it will refuel it. But let's try this out. If I activate all the Atmo thrusters and I'll do this. Okay. So, The movement left and right is a little bit of an issue, plus those blocks here at the back are keeping me from moving correctly. Maybe there's not enough gyroscopes, but at least had a little bit of movement in multiple directions. The only problem is that I can only move forwards and backwards, or up and down. We need to attach the rest of the atmospheric thrusters before we can do that. But I'm also very curious what that is. Right, like I've said last time, I will try my best to make videos partially building, partially exploring. So what I'm gonna do is end it with the exploration of that wreck detector ping in the distance. Yeah, there's only one. So let me get my hydrogen bottles. Let's get to our rover. I thought I attached an antenna to it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's go. Now, the interesting part is that it spawned in exactly the same spot as where the last wreck detector ping happened. Now, I sure hope that this is not just my brain. That it's just like, oh yeah, but this was the one that you went to, and I just forgot to remove it. But, you know, my brain, it is very possible that that is the case. We'll see about it. Almost looks like an eye that's staring at me from the outside window, like, ugh. Alright, they're gonna have fire on the left. It's gonna take quite a lot of components to repair that. Alright. Let's get a little bit closer now. Let's drop my good tools in here. Let's get the lesser good tools out. And here we go. There's some light coming off of it. Ooh, that's a lot of iron thrusters. Okay, there is an AI core on there somewhere. But no guns. Alright, let me grab my good tools again. There we go. Hello there, rover. Let's get the good tools. No, not all of them. And let's drive closer. Now that's a lot of ion thrusters. So the moment we want to make a vehicle that can move through space, then we have a lot of small grid ion thrusters. That's good. Let me preemptively lower the backloading magnetic plates. There we go. Those red lights. It's like, ah, I'm being attacked. Where is that AI core? Just remove these. Don't need those. I can build these myself. Put the components back in. Boop. Right, where is that AI? It's just a large chunk. like it's right here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I captured it. Now there's a lot of it is a bit broken, but that's fine. There's at least quite a bit of good batteries on it. They're all fine. Then we have a lot of ion thrusters. The good thing about ion thruster small grid is that if you find one large grid with 80 thruster components, you can make 80 small ones. So if we ever have like a whole bunch of these that are like this one, that just don't have their thruster component anymore, then we can just destroy one of them from the large ship and just use them for this. That's at least for in the future. Let's for now see where we can grab this the easiest. I think it's going to be in the back. Just remove these wheels, remove these blast door parts. And once we do that, we can just back up the ship. I like also that it finally almost turned day, and then it's just becomes snowstorm again. This game sometimes, bro, the weather conditions and everything. Alright, let's get this. Beep. Lift that sucker up. I'm gonna check one thing though, see if there's no cargo inside that ship. Because if there's cargo inside the ship, that's more weight to carry around. No, it's free. Alright, then let's carefully drive back. And we have another wreck in our possession. Now, I'm not sure. Oh, it wasn't turning day. It was just looking very bright. So, what we're gonna do with this ship is we're probably not gonna do much. What I am going to do is probably strip all the ion thrusters off of it, because we're probably gonna need that only when we finally get to space, or we're gonna go close to space. And judging by how this thing looks, we're gonna make our own ship. So I am probably, before the next episode, going to strip this of its components, and I might make in the next episode around getting our ship back attached to the connector and making a little warehouse for all of our small grid and a warehouse for large grid parts, just so to keep them separated, because I've made quite of a mess before when I tried to add them all to the same piles, you know, like it's a bit different. Now drive into a yellow ship. There we go. And there. Let's dump our components. And there we are. We are back at our base. Now, I also realized during the last few episodes that someone mentioned that it was getting very dark. Oh, and that is correct. It is indeed very dark. And I might have built it in a spot on the planet where there's little sunlight. It's not very smart of me, but to be fair, it doesn't really say where the sunlight is going to be that much. I never really paid that much attention to it either. So, at least for this episode, that was it. I will continue with our yellow ship there in the next episode. And this ship here is gonna be stripped of all of its ion thrusters the next time. We're just gonna pile it somewhere. I just don't know where. I might make this part here to the right the place where that's gonna be. But for that I have to move quite a lot of stuff, including have to make quite a lot of windmill towers. So we'll see to that next episode, or the next episodes. So at least for now, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.